Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. This is October 2023, variant 42. So complete mechanics paper. We are going to start. A block of mass 15 kilogram, either you write it or make a board like this, slides down, inclined plane, top of the plane, the vertical height is 1.6. It means the situation is this. Make a vertical, it means straight. So this height is 1.6, 90 degree. And he mentioned that this is a slides down. It's very clear. He mentioned here it slides down. So it means it is going down. So motion downwards. So speed at the block at the top is 2. So speed at top, T for top is 2, and speed at the bottom is 4. T for top and B for bottom. Okay, there's a 4. And what a situation, he said, find out the work done against resistance. Resistance means friction. So short story, he is asking for this. So when a particle, okay, you can see clearly, we can find, what is technique here? And did he mention any distance? No. Work done against friction force is our target. Okay. And once again, read, slides down, the top of the plane is vertical height is 1.6. Okay. And above the level of the bottom of the plane, speed of the block is given 2 and 4. So find out work done against friction. And it is coming due itself, its weight. So applied force is actually 0. This is very, very clear plan. Okay. Now, how we can work out? And second number, height is given. All right. So we can apply a magic formula. So let's apply magic formula. What is a kinetic energy at a top? Top, half mv square, mv square. And what is kinetic energy at bottom? Bottom. So I can say here half mv square. And what is potential energy at a top? Top here. So, you know, mgh, mass is 15, g is 10, and height is 1.6. So I am typing in my calculator. So it is 15 to the 30 joules. So 16, so 15 times 2, 16 divided by 2, it's coming 120 joules. And 15 into 10 into 1.6. Is 240 joules. And potential energy at bottom is 0. Why? Because height is 0, you know, mgh. And because height is 0, so it becomes 0. So students, I'm going to plug in the formula. What is the formula we have? Work done by applied force minus work done by frictional force is kinetic energy plus potential energy at an end. End means bottom because coming downwards. So bottom minus kinetic energy plus potential at a start. Start mean top. So I write T for top even. So this is 0. Reason because it is coming, it's sliding down its own weight. And you know, applied force is 0. That is why no force is acting there. And this is our target to find. I'm leaving it as it is. And kinetic energy at B is 120. Potential energy at B is 0. Kinetic energy at top is 30. And negative into positive, negative. And potential at the top is 240. And if I type this in calculator, it is giving us negative 270 and minus 120. and it is turned to be 150. So negative 150 and negative work done free friction, negative cancel, and we got alhamdulillah rabbil alameen. So this is very, very clear. So this is done. Question number, first part is completely over. Question number 2, 5 marks. He mentioned the question here that we, as said before, these two angles are different. When you pull this way, so this tension, tension in string, okay, because the ring is there. I said many times when the ring is there, so tension in the both part of string will be 100% same. Okay, because a ring has a capacity, the string can slip through it. So that is the reason. Okay, now I will make one component of this tension is this, and one component is this. Okay, hold on, I show you here. And you know, and this is 30, this is 30. Why? Because when two forces are parallel to each other, like this, so these are 30, so these are 30. That is why. And when force is T and angle 30, I can say T cos 30 here and T sine 30 here. I think this point is clear. Same story here, students. So one component acting here and one component acting here. And there's a 40, so this 40 I will write here. Same parallel lines concept. So this is a T cos 40 and is a T sine 40. Okay. And mass of the, it is 10 into 10 m kilogram into 10. So this weight acting downwards 10 m because mg. So 10, this is clear. Now, student, what is my target? Ultimately, tension and mass. So this 2 is equal to these two forces. So T sine 30 plus T sine 40 is equal to 2. So I believe this part is very, very clear. Okay. And if I take T common from here, I get T sine 30 plus sine 40. So this whole value will go down and divide. And when it divides, so what I get from here? So I will get a T value like this, T2 up, sine 30 for more accuracy, okay? Accurate answer. I will type this a whole in calculator. So 2 divided by sine 30 plus sine 40. This answer, I'm getting 1.75 newtons. Actually, it is, I'll bring it down. So, but if I write in a accurate 1.7501, so not a big difference, okay? But I write 3SF here. Now, but next part, what is next part? Left forces equal right forces. I make equation is very clear. And up forces, this up force acting, this downward forces equals to each other. So T cos 30 equal to 10m and T cos 40. So I'm applying that one. So T cos 30. Now I talk about vertical forces. So T cos 30, let me recheck. Yeah, is equal to 10m plus, that is a T cos 40. So I bring this part here. So T cos 30 minus T cos 40 equal to 10m. And I take T common out in the bracket. So cos 30 minus cos 40. And this 10 will divide. It will come down like this. And tension value I'm going to plug in. And that is I will put accurate 1.7501 multiply. So students, when I type in calculator, so cos 30 minus cos 40 and divided by 10. So we get it what here? So answer of the mass is getting 0.0 1749. I don't want. So mass turn to be 0.0175 kilograms. I hope so you got my point. So Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. So this part is very clear and we have done both parts. Okay. So question number 3 now. Question number 3, what a question we have, 5 marks. So question number 3. In the question number 3, he mentioned the mass of 10 kilogram is at a rest on a rough, okay, and 30-degree. Force of 120 acting on a 20-degree, you can see clearly. And these forces, there is a force of friction flow, resisting motion. So resistance motion is given, is given there, okay, not given. 200 joule of work is done against a force. So I'm writing here, work done by friction force is 200 joules. Repeat, there is a friction force resisting the motion block, okay, and 200 joule work is done against this force. So work is done. So I can say here, this is work done against friction. I believe you got my point. When block has moved a 5-meter distance up the plane from rest. So rest means starting velocity 0 and distance traveled along the surface 5 meters. So I think this part is clear. Find speed of block when it's moved at distance of 5 meters up and from rest. So we have to find out the final velocity. And this is the whole story. And if you look at carefully, data is enough given. So, you know, if I use 2as, I can use 2as is equals to v square minus u square, v square minus u square. So I can use this equation of motion to get acceleration. I have a 2 plannings, okay? Or I can apply the magic formula even. Okay, I can go with that even. Okay. So let's see how we can complete this part. So students, we have work done by friction force. So planning is very clear. I need acceleration. How to get acceleration, students? So we have work done by friction force. You know it very well. Work done by friction force contain 2 parts. First, force into distance. And this is coming from there 200. Friction force, I don't know, no problem. Distance is 5 meters, he mentioned. So 5 meters. 5 will go down and it becomes 40. So friction force is acting is a 40 newtons. Now, students, I will resolve the forces. You know it very well. This force has 2 components. One force acting this way. So 120 cos 20. And one component acting this way. This is what, students? 120 sine 20. And weight, mass is 10 kilogram into 10, 100. So this is 100 newtons. So this is very clear, 100 sine 30. Okay, and it has, this is R acting upwards, you know it very well. And this is 100 cos 30. Okay, now students, so when you talk about and where the system is moving, it's a very clear start from rest and is moving up. Okay, moving up. So naturally, yes, up. So friction will be backwards. This is a friction force. Now, what is the basic formula? Net force is equals to MA. So how many force acting? This is acting upward, students. Okay. All right. I think clear. And this is downward. This is downward. So I'm starting from top. 120 cos 20 minus weight component, which is 100 sine. And sine 30 is half into 100. If you type in calculator, 100 sine 30 is give you 50. So I'm writing 50 here. So 50 minus friction equal to MA. Mass, how much? Mass is a 10 kilogram. Acceleration is my target. And friction force, I just got 40. So 120 cos 20 minus 50 minus 40, and this 10 will divide. And I will get acceleration from here. And let me type in calculator. So students, what is 120 into cos 20 minus 90 and divide the whole by 10. And I'm getting the acceleration is 2.276. 3 meter per second square. As I said before, this data is mentioned enough for using this one. So let's apply that formula to AS equal to V squared minus U squared. And 2 time to acceleration 2.2763. S is a 5 meters. Final velocity is target U0. And take a root of the whole thing. If we take a root of the whole thing, and we get what? 4.77 meter per second. And I believe this part is very, very clear. And we have done it. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Question number 3 is. So question number 4, we have a particle mass 0.2 kilogram lie at a rest, okay, on a horizontal, rough horizontal plane. And horizontal force 1.2 is applied on P, horizontal force 1.2, okay. And what is the situation we given us here? He mentioned here very clearly that, so let me write mass is 0.2, lies at rest. So velocity is 0 naturally. Horizontal force 1.2 is acting on the P particle, and P in limiting equilibrium. When a limiting equilibrium comes, it means acceleration is 100% is equals to 0. Coefficient friction we have to find. So look at the diagram I show you. So this is applied force is a 1.2 Newton given by him. Okay, and friction force is naturally acting backwards, and mass is 0.2 into 10. I got 2 Newton acting downwards, and R is acting upwards. Okay, so R is actually equal to 2 newtons. Wait a minute, 0.2. Yeah, so R is coming naturally 2 newtons automatically because up and down balanced, and system is not moving, or even you apply it, you say that net force equals to MA. Even you use this formula. So right hand side force minus left hand side force equal to 0. So 1.2 minus friction force equal to 0. Why? Because acceleration is 0. So short story, F will go on the other side. Friction becomes 1.2. And friction value is mu R. You know it very well. And R value is 2. If I plug in 2 here, and 2 will divide there. So our mu value coefficient of friction, which is asking, is 0.6. I think point is clear. So point is clear. Let's move to next part. Instead, the coefficient of friction of the P is 0.3. It means point mu will change. He changed the nature of surface, no problem. So first 0.6, now 0.3. Maybe first more friction surface and now less friction surface. Find the distance traveled by P in third second. So very interesting. He's asking for the third second. For your knowledge, I tell you one thing. So for example, distance traveled in T is equal to 2 seconds, and distance travel in 3 seconds. So this gap is called distance traveled in a third second, because when time 2 is finished, then third time starts from there. So time for the third second. So what is the data? We can go for. Okay, so find distance travel. Okay, and such situation is starting velocity 0. All right. So what is the situation we can apply here? So first of all, students, condition is same. Condition is same. Applied force 1.2. Friction force is air backwards. Okay, mass is not changing. That is a remain same. 2 Newton, and R is remain same. But only friction is changed. F is equals to mu R, and mu is 0.3 and R is 2. So we can say that friction force is actually becomes here 0.6. This is very clear. Okay. All right. Now I can say that net force equals to MA. Net force equals to MA. So 1.2 minus friction. So 1.2 minus friction, which is 0.6, is equal to mass is 0.2. And I can find out acceleration. And let me find out what is acceleration coming. This is 0.6 divided by 0.2 becoming 3. So 3 meter per second square, I got acceleration. But this is not my target. My target is what, as I showed you this diagram, and this diagram, I will bring it down. And I tell you what is the plan, how I can fulfill the plan. So I have two ideas. So starting velocity, you know it very well. The particles start from rest. So U is 0. So U is 0. Acceleration is 3. Okay. And U is 0. Acceleration is 3. Okay. and and acceleration is 3. And what is my target? Time is 2. I need to find out distance. Time is 3. I need to find distance. So what is the formula? S is equal to ut plus half at square. I will use same formula 2 times. So S is equal to ut plus half at square. Because u is 0, so this part will finish, this part will finish. So S2, I can say, is half into acceleration 3 into 2 to power 2. And I got a 6 meters. Okay, students. So when I apply the second one, S3, so S3, u is 0, it is gone. Half time to acceleration, which is 3, and time is what? 3. So 3 square. Okay. So this is 9, 27, 27 by 2. Hold on. 3 square 9, 9, 3 are 27. So I got 27 by 2. And if I subtract them, I get my answer. So what is distance traveled? So distance is so simple. So 27 by 2 minus 6. And if I check it, I get what here? 7.5 meters. So I believe the concept is very clear. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. This is done. So now let's talk about student question number 5. We have to cover in time, and inshallah, the particle mass is 0.5. So mass is given here by him 0.5. Okay. Thrown upward from a horizontal ground, speed of 25. Okay. So it and find speed of A when reach a height of 20 meter above the ground. So let's start. This is a ground level. Okay. You thrown from here and starting velocity and thrown here from here, starting velocity is 25. Going upward, gravity 100% negative 10. You know it very well. And the mass is very given. Okay, clear given. So what is saying that from horizontal with speed of 25 mentioned here. So find the speed of A when it reaches a height of 20 meters. So let's say this is a height of 20 meters. So I want to find out here what is the speed at this moment. Okay, I think students, so it's very easy. So we have formula 2as is equals to v square minus u square. Writing data question become very easy. S is 20 meters. Okay, and we can V is what target, U is what 25 to power 2. And I will bring this 25 power 2 on left hand side. So I got this is a 40, so it becoming negative 400. Let me check. 40 negative 400 and plus 25 to power 2 v square. Take a root of the whole thing. It means 25 to power 2 minus 400. And if I type in calculator, I get a 15 meter per second. So alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, I believe this part is very, very clear. Okay, it means its speed is 15 with a height of 20 meter from ground. So let's go for the next part. He's saying collision concept is here. Like what he said here, when the particle A reaches the height of 20 meters, it collides the particle B of mass 0.3, which is moving down the same vertical line as a speed of 32.5. Okay, so it means this very clear. So I will show the same story. Look at here. So this particle is traveling upwards. You can see when is a height of 20 meters, 20 meters height, it collides, like it means it reaches here. I show you, it reaches here. And other particle is coming from the top and collide here. Okay, the situation is what here, students? Okay, this is what he mentioned here. Height of when each A reach. This is a particle A, and that is a particle B. Traveling this. Okay. So what is said that when it travel at 20 meters from the ground, so this is 20 meters from ground. So at that moment, it will speed of the A particle just before hitting. The speed of A particle is very clear. We just got it on the top, and that is a 15 meters. I think this is clear. That is a 15 meters just before hitting. Okay. And we'll moving 0.3 mass is moving downwards. This mass is a 0.3 kilograms, and this mass is 0.5 kilograms. Okay. All right. And speed of this is a B is 0.3, which is moving downward, same vertical line as a speed of 832.5, 32.4. Okay. So speed at this moment is very clear. B particle is 32.5. Okay, it's in collision between the two particle B brought to be instant rest. So B will be after collision. So I just write it here before collision and after collision. This is a before collision. So this velocity is 32.5. I write here U before collision, U of B particle. So this V I'm writing as a U. So U of A particle is 15. Okay, now this is coming this way, and this is going this way. Very, very clear. This is a 0.5 kilogram, this is a 0.3 kilogram. Okay, students, this is a before collision, and this is after collision. So what situation we have? So students, everything is same. I make it a copy here, and I make it a paste here. Okay, so data is very, very clear to you. Is very, very clear to you. Okay, what happened after that? He said that after that, B come to rest. So speed of the B, I'm writing here 0. So velocity of the B will become 0. Okay. All right. And and I have to prove that velocity of A after collision become this much. So this is unknown. So I'm writing here unknown. Velocity of the A is unknown. Okay. And this is rest, so no arrow is there. All right. So let's see now, now we have a one important part. If observer's eye is down or up, this is a very important thing. Okay. If observer's eye is down, for example, okay, and one party is going away and one party is coming to its observer, which is coming to observer, speed negative. Make sure this velocity is a negative, this velocity is positive. Why? I taught in many times when observer is there, one party going away, velocity positive, coming back, velocity negative. There's a rule. So that is why. So what is the formula? M1 U1 plus M2 U2. Law of conservation of momentum. M1 V1 plus M2 V2. So let's start. So this is very clear. 15 times 2.5. And this is very simple. I put negative sign. Why negative? Because coming backwards. So 0.3 times 2, 32.5. This is negative coming due to velocity negative. Okay. And this is what I can write it here. I can write it here. Mass is what here? 0.5 times 2 V1. And this is 0 because no velocity. Okay. And now I will divide the whole thing and let me type in calculator. So 15 times 2.5 minus 0.3 times 2, 32.5, and divided by 0.5. And my answer is coming with me, is coming with negative 4.5, sorry, negative 4.5. What this negative sign means, it is a very clear that this arrow is reverse. How I know? So it means this after collision, the upper particle, okay, I can tell you a very easy way to understand. You know what is way, sir? You can ask me. So what is the momentum? Momentum formula is a mass into velocity. If you multiply these two and multiply these two, let's see which is a bigger number. So 32.5 into 0.3 and 15 times to 0.5. So let's see which is a bigger number. 32.5 into 0.3, it is giving us 9.75. Other number 15 into 0.5 is coming 7.5. So 100% student, I can sense that this momentum is bigger and this momentum is smaller. That is why heavy particle will turn the lighter particle direction changes. So velocity direction of the lower part will change. That is why this arrow reverse. And that is why I got negative. So this negative I will eliminate. I said that velocity after collision and downwards, and approved. Alhamdulillah, with negative sign. I will say that proved velocity of A is 4.5 meter per second downwards. Downwards is representing with negative sign. So I believe the point is very clear. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. This is done. So let's go for C part. So students, what is C part? C part is what? Find the time interval between AB reaching the ground. Find the time interval between AB reaching ground. You should assume that A does not bounce when it reaches the ground. Okay, so we have to find out the time interval between AB reaching, like what is the time A will reach the ground and time B. I will find both time and subtract them. So time of A particle, I need it, and time of B particle, I need it. Okay, so let's see how we can find it. Yes, students. So I have a two times time A I will find and time B I will find. And when I'll find both time, I will subtract them and I will get my answer. So hold on, student. Let's make a plan. So this is velocity. Now the A particle is falling downwards because this is at a 20-meter height. Okay, so particle A will start from here and fall down 20-meter height and a speed of 4.5. So let's talk about A particle. This is A particle and this is a B particle. A particle starting velocity 4.5 and S, it will travel how much? It will travel 20 meters. Okay, and I want to find out the time. Time is my target and gravity is negative, common sense plus time, plus T. And what about a B situation? Because after hitting the velocity B is 0, so it will fall from there. It means this velocity starting is 0 and S is again, it will fall 20 meters and time is a target to find and gravity, it will take 10 even. So let's apply both formulas and you know it very well. S is equal to UT plus half AT square or half GT square. So here S is equals to UT plus half GT square. So what is S of A particle? U is 4.5 and time is unknown. And sorry, S is 20 meters. And half times to negative positive 10 because falling down now. I got a 5t to power 2 and plus 4.5t and negative 20 is equal to 0. And this is will give us the time. Hold on 1 minute, please. So I'll check. Then I tell you. Okay. Yes, so I'm going to apply I can apply quadratic formula. A is 5, B is 4.5, and C is negative 20 students. So apply formula and negative B square, A value is 5, C is negative 20 by 2A. No need show further working. I get a 1.6 seconds. And second time I'm getting is negative, which I will not use, ignore it. So this is the time for the A particle to reach the ground. And now I'm student for the other one. So S of B is 20 meters as well. It will travel 20 meter as well. So use 0, it gone. And half time to gravity 10 into time square. So I got 20 equal to 5t square. So t square equal to 4. And it will take time. How much time of B particle is 2 seconds. So naturally, and plus and minus, negative I will not take, I get a plus and minus. So I'll get a time only positive 2. And what's the time gap between the difference of the time is very, very clear. 2 minus 1.4, 1.6, sorry. So 0.4 second distance difference between the both time. I hope so the point is very, very clear. So question number 6, what a question number 6 he's asking here. A railway engine is mass is given. So this is a mass of railway engine. So I'm writing R. Okay. And towing a coach of mass. So coach, C is for coach. I'm writing here coach. Okay. And in a straight track, inclined an angle alpha to the horizontal, this one given. Okay, fine. So there's a light rigid coupling. Okay, parallel to the track. Okay, so all right, so I think I can make it this kind of track. All right, so this is situation we have, and this is angle alpha given, and we have a two particles. Okay, two particles mentioned here, and driving force produced by the engine is given here. So very simple. Railway engine, I just mentioned R is R. Okay. and R, and this is another second particle. Okay, I can say this is a coach. So applied force acting here. Okay, students, is very, very clear. And tension in the string that you know always is will be equal towards each other is a very common idea. All right, and and you can see here this is a okay now, and this is a weight component. Okay, but before I start, this is a weight component. I'm writing here now what this is. R is this one, so I can write it 1, 2, 4 zeros already available. So you know what is the weight component, students? Mg sine theta. So what is the formula? I repeat again, mg sine theta, mg sine alpha, we can say. Mass is this, you can see G, gravity is 10. So I put one more zero, and then sine alpha is this much. So into 0. Okay, I show like this. 10 into 0.02. So this is a weight component of the R. Same way weight component of coach. Sorry, this coach is here. So what I can say, mg sine theta. M is what? 6,000. So no, 60,000, sorry. 60,000 into 10 into sine alpha, which is 0.02. This sine alpha value directly, I'm putting it here. Okay, now let's see, is there any friction force? Yes. The driving force produced by engine is this one. So this is a driving force. So 1, 2, 5 and triple zeros applied force is given by him. Very clear. The constant friction force on acting on motion is this much and by the engine. So it means friction force. Look at, I make another arrow. It is a friction force. So double two and triple zeros. And on the coach is this one. So friction acting on the other particle is 1, 3 and triple zero. I think understanding up till now, I have shown everything. So find out acceleration. I will make a one formula. I will make one formula for the train. So for the engine. So for the engine. So writing here for engine, or the R for rail, no problem at all, rail, and one for the coach. So let's make it two equations. When you talk about this one, students, how many force acting? One is applied force, one friction force, one tension, and one weight component. So let's start. So what is the basic formula? Net force equal to MA. I'm writing here net force is equal to MA. So I'm writing starting from here. So 1, 2, 5, triple zero minus friction force 2, 2, triple zero minus weight component. And let me type this, I think space problem maybe. So I just write all together 1, 2, 4 zeros and 1 0 come for gravity 10 and into 0.02. Repeat, this is a weight force, applied force. This is a friction force. There's a weight and tension also we missed. So minus tension. And because all three are opposing, that is why negative sign, negative sign, negative sign equal to MA. What is the mass of the rail is this much. So 1, 2, 4, 0 and into A. So I will get this one. So I'm typing all this in calculator. So 1 minute, please. So let me type it. 1, 2, 5, triple zero minus double two, triple zero and minus 1, 2, 4 zeros and one more zero into 0.02. Okay. So this is coming with me 79 triple zero minus tension equal to 1, 2, 4 zeros acceleration. So I got a one equation. I think you understood how I got equation number one. Same way, students, I will make a second equation, but this time I will use these forces. So let's apply. Same story for the coach. So net force equals to MA, students. So tension upward, friction downward, weight component downward. So tension minus friction, which is 13,000. Minus weight component 6,640 zeros and 110, 110 and 0.02 equal to mass is 6,000, 4 zeros, yeah, 4 zeros into acceleration. So students, I'm typing 1, 3, 4 zeros. Let me check 4 zeros. No, 3 zeros. So make sure friction is a 3 zeros. Friction is 3 zeros. Yeah, one friction is 3 zeros. And this mass is 6. Yeah, this is okay. So I'm writing 3 zeros minus 6 with a 640, one more zero into 0.02. So that's I'm getting tension minus 11800 equal to 60,000. Equation number 2 done. Now, student, I am bringing this equation down. So I just copy and I paste here. Inshallah, I will get both value. What was my target? My target to get the acceleration and tension both I will get from here, inshallah. Okay, so if I cancel this tension cancel, and 79000 minus 11800. I'm getting what here, students? 67200. And the other side, 4 zeros plus 6 and again 4 zeros. I get 1840. So 67200 divided by answer, and my answer is coming with me is 0.37. So 0.3 acceleration is coming with me, but hold on, let me recheck, because I'm getting 0.3 and okay. So so 0.3. Yes, student, there's one mistake. I typing mistake. This is not a same. This is a 25. So this 2, 5, and triple zeros. Now, student, there's a reason this number is different, and now we got a correct answer. So 79000, and minus this answer, we got a 54,000. And divided by what? Divided by 181234. So we got sharp 0.3 now. First, it was coming slightly error, but I think so clear. And this value, student, I can plug in any one equation. I wish to put it here, so I can find tension. So tension minus 2, 5, and 3 zeros equal to 60,000 students into 0.3. So 0.3, I plug in it here. So it will come there, and just I type in calculator, and this is answer is coming with me. Tension is equal to 43,000 newtons. So alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen, this part is very, very clear. And let's go for the next part. He's saying next part, at an instant when the engine is traveling 30 meters, come to the in section, okay, track inclined, okay, upwards and angle beta to horizontal. I repeat, at an instant when the engine is traveling 30, it means when speed was 30. When speed was 30, it comes to section of track inclined upward at an angle beta to horizontal. Okay, so the power produced by the engine is this much. Okay, and as a result, the engine maintain constant speed. What is the constant speed? All of you know, student, constant speed means acceleration is 100% zero. Constant speed is mean what? Acceleration 0. Okay, and assuming the resistance for forces remain unchanged, and find the beta. Okay, so let's have a plan. What is the method here? What is a situation? So let's work on it. Yes, student, we have this concept here. First, it is going traveling here, and then it make another angle alpha beta with the horizontal. Because he mentioned here, student, it comes to the section of track inclined beta with the horizontal. So this we have to make a rough horizontal line, and now engine is working with this watt. Okay, now let's start. So power is what, students? So 45 and 5 zeros watt. And you know what's the formula? We have a power is equal to F into V. If you bring this one speed is 30. If you bring speed down, so force become what? Power by this one. So when I divide this with 30, so look, I'm doing it. So 45 and 4 and 5 zeros divided by 30. So I get what? Applied force, I get 150,000. So this is clear. Okay. Now, students, what is the situation we have? Because you said that I talk about a situation here. I talk about both particle. I'll deal as a one component. I will deal as a whole system. Okay, students, I will add them together. So what is the situation if you add them together? So what happens, students? So what is my ultimate target to get? Friction force remains unchanged, and find beta. So I will deal this inclined plane. So let's talk about inclined plane beta here, and a whole system. I talk about system. They are together. One system is going upward, an angle beta here. So naturally, what is this one? You know, student, this is a force and a 15,000 100,000. You can, I found from here. And weight component is what here? If I add them together, so 60,000 is added. I got what here? Four zeros, four zeros. So I got 1840. If I add them together, yeah, 12 plus 6, 18. So 18,000. So 18,000, not 8, 1840, and into 10 into sine beta. I repeat once again what I'm saying. Hold on, and you will get inshallah proper idea. So friction force, and because motion is upwards, friction force combined. What is the combined friction force? I will add both. And if I add both, what I'm getting friction force, students? I'm getting here 22,000 plus 13,000. And I'm getting 35,000 friction. So friction is affecting 35,000. Okay, now student, the plan is very clear. Net force equal to MA. Net force equal to MA. Applied force minus friction force minus weight component equal to MA. I think I think you got the point very clear. Okay, now I just solve it and get the answer, inshallah. So, you know, applied force, what we have? 1540. Friction force, 3530. This is becoming 1, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 10, and sine beta. And I just drag back. Okay, and mass is what, student? I just added. I said before. So it is becoming 1840. And acceleration. And acceleration 0. Sorry, it is 0. It will finish automatically because he said constant speed. Okay, so I will just solve it and leave it. This whole component will go there, and I'm typing in calculator. Hold on, I'm typing in calculator. So 1440 minus 35 and 3 zeros, I get 115 and 000. And here I got 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sine beta. So it will come and divide here. So divided by 1, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I get sine beta is equals to sine beta equal to 23 over 360. If I take an inverse of it, inverse sine inverse. So I get answer is a 3.66. So which is 1 dp is a 3.7 degree. So alhamdulillah rabbil alameen, this question is clear. So let's talk about the next question. Next question we have here. Given in this question, we have students, if you look at carefully, he given us that particle moving straight line, traveling straight line. Okay, and this velocity given by him. Okay, acceleration is 0 when these two values, okay, is very, very clear. Okay, so and acceleration is 0. It means I will differentiate. So let's start differentiation. When I differentiate, 3 comes down and power 1 less, because you know what, 3 levels: displacement, velocity, acceleration. If I have a velocity and I need acceleration, if I differentiate, I will get up. If I integrate, I will go down. I think point is very clear. So students, what to do onwards? So if I have a velocity level, I will want to go acceleration level, I will differentiate. So 0.3 t to power 2 and 3.6 t and -6. I think this part is very clear. After this, he said acceleration 0. I will plug in 0. And now, student, what to do after this? I will apply formula. What is A? -0.3. What is B? 3.6. What is C? -6. And let's apply formula. But I said before, at least show one step. B square and -4AC. C is -6 by 2A. So if I apply, I get two answers. Look at, I'm just typing. Okay. So A value is 0.3 and B value is 3.6, and this is a -6. So if I get two answers. One answer I'm getting here 10, and one answer I'm getting 2. And he said that 1. So P is smaller than Q. P is smaller. So P is 2 and Q is 10. So Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, I believe you got my point. So next question, he's given that X, the velocity at X is 0, at T is 14. So I will plug in velocity 0. So this equation whole, I will put 0. Negative 0.1 T to power 3, and read it velocity 0 when T is 14. And let me type first in calculator. Okay, this is a velocity. He said that it is given velocity of X is 0 at T14. It means when I will, it is given here, it means that when time is 14, velocity is very zero, clear, 0. So he's saying find the velocity of the when P and Q, hence the sketch. So how we can do this kind of thing, students? Because he said that, we have a two accelerations, and velocity 0 is only possible when acceleration 0. So to students, okay. So it means I have a 2 times we have given already here. 1 time is 2 and 1 time is 14. How I know? Because you know that, students, because whenever he said find the velocities of X, T is this and this. Okay. So I will wait a minute, please. Wait a minute. Time is 14. Time is 14 and velocity is 0. Hold on. Okay. Time is, he's saying find the velocity of X when time is P and time is Q, and velocity of X is 0 at time is 14. Hence, sketch the velocity time graph for motion 0 to 15. So, students, we have a one thing is very clear. So first of all, if I plug in, wait a minute, students. Yes, students. So have a look here. What is the technique to do it? So we have this situation, students, very clear. When time is 0, when I plug in time 0, students. So when I plug in time 0 here, what happened? So time 0, 0, 0, 5.6 left. So it means 5.6. So this is a 5.6. So and one velocity is 2 here. So curve will start here. Look, I show you curve start here, touch. And you can ask me, so how you know? I just tell you what is the reason behind it. Hold on, this is curve goes this way, and curve this way, turn from here and goes like this. And this is 100%, this is a 10, How I know? Because I said that, and this is a 2. Because you know it very well, we differentiate an acceleration 0. Okay, whenever we put differentiate velocity and we put 0, we got the maximum and minimum velocity. So maximum velocity at 10 and maximum velocity is 2. So he's asking find out the velocity is even. So we need to find this velocity. How to find this velocity? Plug in 10 in this equation. So I'm putting 10 also. When time is 10, and when I plug in 10 here, students, what answer velocity coming? So put 10 here, here, and I type in calculator, I'm getting 25.6. So it means this velocity is 25.6. So Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, this point is clear. And this is very clear, 14. How I know? Because he said that when time is 14, velocity is 0. So I think it's very clear approach. I got all, and he was asking find the velocity at P, and so at P, I can say that at and second number he asking 2. So at 2 we need velocity even. At 2 velocity is 0. Reason, if I plug in 2 here, everywhere, I will get 0. You can see this is 0. Okay. And at here I got this one, at 2 we got a 0. So this part is very clear. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Now he's asking total distance traveled between 0 to 15. So make sure 15 is actually, it is going below. So I just show you blue color. So it is going below. Okay. It means here we have a 15. So, this is a 15. This area we have to find. So this is the area S1, S2, and S3. We have to find 3 distances. Okay, students. So how we can find these 3? Make sure actually 0 to 14, both are positive. So here and here, not a big issue. So I can, but this is coming negative. Why? Below x-axis will give you negative answer. So what I will do, students, I will integrate S1 plus S2. How I got it? 0 to 14, I integrate. And I will take this whole equation, this equation I will take. So I'll copy and I'll paste here. Okay, so this is clear. And now I integrate. And what is the rule of integration, students? Increase a power by 1 and divide by same. Increase a power by 1 and divide by same. Increase a power by 1, divide by same, and 5.6t. And limit 0 to 14. And when you plug in 0 to 14, students, so it is giving us 176.4 meters. But student, now I'm talking about S3. S3 is 14 till 15. 14 till 15 because the last minute. Okay, or last second. So I will copy paste again. I will paste here. Okay, this is a very clear. And now when I integrate same story, negative 0.1, increase the power by 1, divide by same. Increase the power by 1, divide by same. Increase the power by 1, divide by same, and 5.6t, and 14 till 15. And I put negative sign. This negative sign, what I'm putting, because below x-axis. So this is answer. If you check it carefully, it is giving us negative 8.025, which become positive 8.025. And total distance is very clear. This and this distance I'm going to add. So total distance is very clear. So 176.4 plus 8.025. And don't forget to put negative sign, otherwise your answer become wrong. So answer is coming with me 184.425. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. I believe you got a point very clear. So make sure again, this below x-axis negative area, this both are above x-axis positive area. So no problem. Here, these two distances I can do directly rather than I do separate. So 0 till 14, one part, and 14 to 15 separate part. And I hope so the concept is very clear and paper is completely over.